the artist is very interested in investment. What effect does it have when he incorporates Wall Street stock market elements into his works? New York artist Gone Yu's Wall Street series is a long-term creative project that uses art to imaginatively depict and document social emotions and stock market movements of specific periods. From an artistic perspective, Gone believes that the fluctuating lines of the stock market are the collective trajectories of countless individual investment behaviors, making the market itself a constantly changing and never-ending social performance art. For nearly 20 years, Gone has tracked and recorded stock closing data along with technological and economic information, transforming those fluctuations into painted works of dynamic lines and color fields. In doing so, art imbues reality with deeper social meaning. The Wall Street series embodies Gone's unique perspective and artistic experiments. To date, it includes 10 independent themes and more than 1,000 works, exhibited worldwide. From September 3 to December 6, 2025, Gettysburg College Art Gallery in the U.S. hosted an exhibition of Gone Yu's works, presenting 7 visual art series focused on Wall Street and global stock markets, such as the Dow Moments, Wall Street Diary, A Moving Mountain and the GameStop Mania, etc. Today we introduce The GameStop Mania, a series inspired by the short squeeze event during the pandemic. At the time, institutional investors began selling off GameStop stock, predicting its decline. But retail investors from the Reddit community, Wall Street Bets, led by user Roaring Kitty, real name Keith Gill, began buying in large volumes, pushing the price dramatically higher. The institutions were forced to buy back stock to cut losses. For the first time in history, retail investors suppressed institutions so significantly, some even went bankrupt. This is an event that became a landmark in Wall Street history. The GameStop Mania series is composed of 3 works. 1. Sky is Our Limit. 2. Falling from the Sky. 3. Swimmer. 1. Sky is Our Limit. This work traces GameStop's, GME, stock trajectory using realistic trading lines, embodying speculative emotions in the market. At this moment, the financial market became both a battlefield and a stage of entertainment. The rise of retail investors and the gamification of finance through technology, especially during the pandemic, made the influence of retail investors in the stock market a serious challenge to institutional investors. Sky is Our Limit visualizes the struggle between so-called Wall Street smart money and ordinary individual investors. To better capture the complexity and dynamism of GameStop stock movements and their broader impact, Gone himself participated in GameStop trading between January 28 and February 5, 2021. He used the 5-day chart from that week as the foundation, turning it into a moving mountain of dynamic form, conveying the forces of sudden drops and sharp surges. The piece bears witness to what experts called an Occupy Wall Street 2.0 movement. The outcome of the GameStop story was mixed. Some investors profited, while others suffered personal losses. Regardless, the episode symbolized the growing global influence of social media in disrupting established systems, proving that the sky can turn into the ground. Artistically, the work combines Eastern and Western traditions, blending seemingly conflicting mediums like Chinese ink with Western acrylic and oil paints together to express greed, fear, and fleeting turbulence. At the bottom, pink masks symbolize powerful Wall Street institutions, firmly grounded and less affected by surrounding chaos. By contrast, gray faces represent individual investors, unsteady with some submerged in blotchy ink backgrounds. Black ink marks the chaotic essence of GameStop's price movements. Another distinctive method is the use of relief and recessing on the canvas, extending its flat surface into multidimensional space, up to 2.5 inches deep. Dispersed black and white relief faces symbolize retail investors, while red groups represent trained institutions. In the composition, red clusters, panicked and pressed below, are overpowered by scattered individual investors floating above. 2. Falling from the Sky. This piece continues Gone's visual exploration of the GameStop phenomenon. It combines embossed and flat portraits to depict cheering participants alongside violent trading waves. The relief and concave treatments symbolize the opposites in trading strategies, long versus short, calls versus puts, all integral to the speculative frenzy. Falling from the Sky also alludes to Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill, the leader of the GameStop mania and meme stock movement, who attempted a comeback in 2024. But his momentum collapsed within just 2 days, crushed by well-prepared institutions. The glory of 2021 never returned. 3. Swimmer. Swimmer forms another chapter of the trilogy, created in October 2020 at the height of COVID-19. While the world was locked down, financial markets were unexpectedly exuberant, especially with surging retail trading. The work is composed of 8 canvases arranged in a distorted yet overlapping cross shape, with half black and white ink and half color as the backdrop. The imagery portrays swimmers in the financial waters, clear and murky, certain and uncertain, struggling endlessly around the clock. Some wear masks, others do not. The piece reflects how humanity, caught in the fog of a global pandemic, was swept into whirlpools of desire and fear. It is important to know that the retail investors now account for roughly 30% of global market activity. Their influence and presence are expanding, becoming a defining feature and critical force in U.S. and international stock markets alike.
Thank you for watching.